Joining us is one of the better known cricket faces in our part of the world, half Indian, one can call him, Jonty Rhodes with us. Jonty, obviously you're very well known that you're an adventure freak, so I guess this vehicle that you're endorsing would help you enhance that, traveling around the country as well.
Well, I do like to get around and see as much of India as possible because as a player I was very guilty of just seeing the airport, the hotel and the cricket ground. So since my tenure as a coach, 9 years with the IPL teams, it's been something that I've insisted on doing. You know, you could be tired, but whichever city I've been in, I've tried to see as much as possible outside the city. You know, so from snowboarding in Gulmarg, not that there's any IPL cricket there sadly, to houseboating in Kerala and then surfing the south, the west, the east coast, riding bicycles in Rajasthan. You know, so from that point of view, this is my lifestyle, and this is the only way that I can keep fit is by being outdoors. You know, so in South Africa, I don't go to the gym. This is my workout. So my workout starts with a vehicle. So we have Isuzu in South Africa. They have a great reputation for their durability and their reliability. So from that perspective, my tie-up in India, I'm really excited about it. And it's they've spoken about game changes being required because I know the driving in India is very different. The majority of people have a driver, they sit in the back. It's an extension of the office, whereas for me it's an extension of my home life. You know, so I take my family with me. We go trekking, we go surfing, and from that perspective, it's I'm looking forward to the association because with the people that I interact with in India, I'm starting to see a gradual awareness. So not a massive change yet, but certainly an awareness of everyone talks about incredible India, but everyone keeps flying overseas for holiday. That is slowly starting to change, where more and more the people that I meet and have contact with, they're starting to explore India, and this is the perfect vehicle for that.
I picked up on one of the points that you were making earlier about not just practicing hard, practicing right as well. You would have kept an eye on the ongoing series, and a lot of us are wondering if India didn't quite practice right, because obviously switching from white ball format to red ball format, talking about the struggles that India had so far in the Test series.
Well, I think when India came to South Africa, there was criticism of not enough preparation in South Africa. You can't point that finger with the Indian team now in the UK. They've been there for quite a while. They have switched from white ball to red ball, and it's not the same starting 11. You know, you have not very different teams, but generally the different formats have different playing 11s. But you've got enough guys who spent the transition there. So obviously the skill-based work is something that you have to fine-tune. But the fact that they are accustomed to England conditions, should have helped them so much. In the first test, there was pretty much touch and go for a while. India looked very strong. The second test, they were outplayed by some great swing bowling. You know, if you think about it, it was just the relentlessness of the England swing bowling. It wasn't just one or two bowlers. It was four of them that just kept coming in India. So, very easy for us to sit here and criticise. But I think from a preparation point of view, I think that this time around, we can't criticise the Indian team for not being in a country long enough to get accustomed to the conditions.
Your area of expertise, you've spoken highly of India's fielding in coloured clothing, and they dive around a lot. But sometimes one loses out on slip catching, practice routines. I don't know what is it. Anything that you can locate, because Indian slips have been quite slippery.
Well, I think the difficulty is the amount of time that you spend as a unit, because slip catching, it actually requires your confidence in the players around you. So India need to settle on a 2 or 3 slip cordon that you watch England the other day. They had 4 slips, no gully. just 4 guys standing really close to each other and they didn't catch all their catches though. My friend Joss Butler, he dropped a couple, but on the whole they were really, really good. But you have to have confidence in the players around you, because if you're not sure to go, it's too late. So I think that's the key from that perspective, is that if you're hesitating, you're going to put down more than you catch. So India need to get settled in those positions, because in Test cricket, it really is an important part of your attack. You want your fast bowlers to take you 20 wickets. They're not going to bowl everybody out. They certainly are going to want to bowl in good areas, and the slip cordon is a vital part of any Test victory.
Can be some technical issues as well, because you deal with a lot of the Indian players as a fielding coach.
Yeah, I think with regards to slip fielding outside India, the ball comes at a different height. In the UK, the ball actually moves after it's come off the edge of the bat. So you'll see a few wicket keepers missing the ball. The English keepers will catch the ball with very different techniques to even South African wicket keepers. Mark Boucher had to work really hard. I remember him working really hard on his catching the ball once because it actually swings afterwards. So so it's all very well sitting here criticising everyone, but from a technique-wise, I think the players have to be more accustomed and comfortable catching the ball between waist height and shoulder height, as opposed to just below the knee all the time.
My final question: what are the odds of India making a comeback in this series? They obviously would be down after the embarrassing loss at Lords.
Yeah, there's nothing like a loss though to be the catalyst. I mean, we speak about me being a game changer in cricket, and Isuzu now with this now V-Cross being game changers in the way people drive. It just takes one person to spark something. So you kind of, the key there is not expecting Virat Kohli to be the spark all the time. It's got to come, I believe, from somebody else.
Thanks for your time.
Cool.